Profile of the Attorney General's activities, powered by the Ministry of Justice Academy in conjunction with the media team of the Ministry of Justice. Ekiti State Ministry of Justice gets new Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice. Femi appoints Olawale Fakunda, stating that he was appointed based on his track record, expertise, and experience, and as such should immediately inject new ideas into the ministry. Egweyemi commissions Ekiti State Ministry of Justice Academy. The Deputy Governor of Ekiti State commissions Ministry of Justice Academy. A training arm of the Ministry of Justice has been officially commissioned for use. The Deputy Governor assured that the Femi-led administration was out to transform every sector of the state, including the justice system, opined that legal officers in the ministry and state should need necessary exposure, regular training, and modern and well-equipped library to boost their inputs. The AG appreciates the gesture of the governor for his support in the execution of the various innovative and transformational projects and programs, stressed that the academy, which was designed to build the professional abilities of the legal officers. Professor Babatunde is the chairman governing board, and it is important to note that Ministry of Justice Academy is the first of its kind in Africa. Governor of Ekiti State, John Kayode Fayemi, visits Ministry of Justice. Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice received the Governor of Ekiti State, John Kayode Fayemi, at the Ministry of Justice as he inspects the developmental changes ongoing in the ministry. Under the leadership of Fayemi, the ministry was rehabilitated in the late 2018, which has suffered outright neglect in past time. Nolly prosecute. Ekiti State Attorney General Olawale Fakunda cautioned against frivolous requests for nolly prosecute. The Attorney General has stated that the discontinuation of prosecution criminal cases at the request of victim will no longer be automatic, as all cases will be diligently prosecuted. Review of judicial salaries. Ekiti State Attorney General advocates review of judicial salaries. He has called for proper implementation of the report of the Presidential Committee on the Review of Judicial Salaries and Allowances. He stated that it has become essential to review judicial salaries to eliminate the temptation of corruption as well as boost public trust in judicial arm. Ekiti State government lights up Ministry of Justice. Ekiti State government lights up Ministry of Justice as a 60.5 kVA electricity generating plant is installed at the Ministry of Justice in line with Fayemi-led administration, particularly on strategy at creating conducive atmosphere for legal officers in the state. Meeting with security chiefs. Attorney General seeks synergy between the ministry, prisons, police, and other security agencies to avoid decongestion of prisons. Ekiti State Attorney General calls for stakeholders synergy to decongest prisons. He gave the reasons for the meeting, which includes proffering solutions to prosecutorial challenges and prison decongestion. Prisons of NLSDC commandants. Attorney General received the new NSDC commandant on the second day of assumption of office. The Attorney General promised the commandant's cooperation with his office to combat various security threats within the mandate of the NSCDC and also form of gender-based violence. The commandant came to familiarize himself with AG, and the laws of his state was presented to him by the ministry. The visit of the Federal Road Safety Commission Commandant. Attorney General received the Federal Road Safety Commission commandant to discuss road safety matters, particularly on the roadside markets and mobile courts, as he stressed the importance of cooperation between his office and the legal department of the Federal Road Safety Commission to achieve effective prosecution of cases of accident that sometimes leads to death. Prerogative of Mercy Committee. The Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Olawale Fakunda is named as the Chairman, Prerogative of Mercy Committee. The committee, which is saddled with the responsibility to advise the governor on the inmates to benefit from the governor's power of Prerogative of Mercy. Meeting with the prison officials. AG meets with the prison officials as he moved to decongest Ekiti prisons. The Attorney General made emphasis on the plea bargain and the governor's power of Prerogative of Mercy, which are platforms available to inmates to aid the congestion of prisons. AG received representative of the Prisons Fellowship. Press conference on gender-based violence. The Ekiti State Attorney General presented a marching order at the press conference, even though the same measures already exist. Some additional measures have been implemented to curb all forms of violence against women and children, which includes placing of convicted offenders' photographs in the prominent public places in their communities, issue of advisory to the traditional rulers of the offenders' community on their status, uploading the photograph on the ministry's website, showing their photograph on the Ekiti State Broadcasting Service and announcing their names on radio stations in the state, and compulsory psychiatric tests for persons whom the DPP has issued a case to answer legal advice for the child defilement and persons standing trial for such cases. Lagos State Study Tour. In a move to encourage a smooth relationship with the Lagos and the state counterpart, and also capacity building exercise, the AG-led directors, legal officers, and members of Ekiti State Ministry of Justice on a study tour to the Mirabel Center, Lagos State, and DNA and Forensic Center, also in Lagos State. AG at the State House of Assembly. Attorney General at the Ekiti State House of Assembly. The Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice was at the Ekiti State House of Assembly for the public hearing on the Property Protection Bill and the land grabbing. Meeting with Ekiti State traditional rulers. The Attorney General meets with traditional rulers on various issues, including ways to tackle child defilement, all forms of gender-based violence, and the Property Protection Bill and the land grabbing. Ministry of Justice, Erelu host Mirabel Center, Lagos. The Attorney General, together with the wife of the Ekiti State Governor, hosted delegates from the Mirabel Center, Lagos State, on stakeholders meeting on strengthening the legal and institutional framework for the elimination of gender-based violence in the state, as he assures the people that the state is no go area for sexual offenders. Meeting with the Ministry of Justice Academic Governing Board. The Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Olawale Fakunda held a meeting with the Ministry of Justice Academic Governing Council as the state government planned to resuscitate the partnership between Ekiti State Ministry of Justice and China Law Society (CLS). Establishment of new departments. The Attorney General announced the establishment of the Directorate of Advisory Services, Barrister I.G. Adelusi as the Director of the Directorate, which is to serve as liaison between the ministry and the local government councils. AG meets with Director of Local Government Council concerning the legal officer posted from the ministry. Ministry of Justice meets with Femi. The Attorney General led the legal officers from the Ministry of Justice in an interactive session with the Governor of Ekiti State, John Kayode Fayemi, in a move to keep the state government abreast of the activities of the ministry. The Attorney General at Women's Day 2019. The Attorney General of Ekiti State, Olawale Fakunda, was represented as his guest speaker as his essay on gender and vulnerable persons Oluwase Ojo at the International Women's Day celebration organized by the Center for Gender and Development Studies, Ekiti State University. Monthly Attorney General's Colloquium. The May 2019 Attorney General's Colloquium on the theme How to Become a Judge of the National Industrial Court with the President, National Industrial Court, Honorable Justice Babatunde Adeniran Adejumo as a guest speaker. Success stories of legal officers. Success stories of legal officers since the Attorney General's assumption of office. Directors and legal officers also have success stories to share. As former Director of Public Prosecution, Mr. Adeniyi Ifamiloni was appointed Permanent Secretary in the State Civil Service. Former Director of Monitoring and Evaluation, Mr. Ebenezer Akomolafe, was also appointed Executive Secretary, while the Special Advisor to the Attorney General of Gender and Vulnerable Persons, Seyi Ojo, was elected the new Chairperson, FIDA Ekiti. Members of the Ministry of Justice have also attended several legal conferences and summits in and outside the state. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I am privileged to introduce the untiring thinker, erudite scholar, prolific speaker, moving library, legal juggernaut, and quintessential dresser, Mr. Olawale Fakunda.